gosh, I'm so in love. I found you finally. You make me wanna say, oh, 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 oh.
Gonna be a nice day today. Let's hope it's nice on Friday for Niagara Falls. But right now, I'm here with David Males. He is the president of Northern Edge Construction Services, but he is part of a website called RenoMark.ca. And this is a place that you can go to for reliable and reputable contractors. And we'll have all the information on breakfasttelevision.ca. But we were chatting, and I was telling you, you know, I've done so many renovations in my home. We built a back deck. We've had some, you know, pretty good guys come in and do some pretty great work.
That's good.
But, you know, we had a deck built. We got 3 quotes, and my husband picked
the lowest quote.
The lowest quote. But you should not necessarily do that.
No, the number one thing I see when I see renovations gone wrong is they pick the lowest quote.
Yeah, it didn't work out for us.
Yeah, and often it doesn't.
It doesn't. You were telling me too, people should do research and you know, plan out their renovation before they hire somebody.
Absolutely. It takes time to plan a renovation. You can't expect a qualified renovator to be able to come in there tomorrow to start work, or even maybe next week. You should actually take some time and plan months in advance.
Months in advance?
Months in advance.
Okay. Let's take a look at some pictures that you brought in for us. And these are renovations gone bad?
Well, these are renovations or things that I've been called in to fix.
What's this?
This is supposed to be a floor structure. You can see it's just a whole pile of rotted wood. And I was called in because the customer had found some sagging floors, maybe a little bit of mold in the corners. And when I did some investigating into what the problem was, basically the house was rotting from the inside out. This was an addition that was done, it was only 12 years old. And it was just falling apart. And
they had to do the whole thing again?
We had to get drawings done, bring in an engineer. We had to, just basically take the whole thing apart from the inside out and rebuild it.
What's this?
This is another situation where the customer just wanted to renovate a small room, make it insulated. And what I found was the roof was sagging, basically falling in. The rest of the structure was falling apart. It needed work. It needed to be basically taken apart and rebuilt. I had to stop the project. I wouldn't go any farther. I couldn't renovate that space. I had to get permits, drawings, get a permit, and then we had to demolish it and rebuild the whole structure.
And this is a renovation that they had done by a contractor that they thought was reputable?
Well, I couldn't really tell whether it was they had bought the house.
Oh, they had bought the house, so it was already done for them.
It was already done for them, and so I don't know if it was a do-it-yourself project or a contractor that had been called in that didn't know what they were doing.
But when you want to have work done, you want it to last. What's this?
This is the exact same house, and this is supposed to be a foundation. And it's
Why
not a
Why
foundation.
did they buy this house? My goodness.
You couldn't see any of this from the outside.
Right.
It looked fine. Then you start investigating, and you find that this is not a foundation. This is just a pile of blocks that somebody has thrown together.
And that's why it's so good to get a house inspection.
You should get a house inspection, and this stuff should be identified. And this was probably a homeowner that tried to do something that they weren't qualified to do.
Probably do it themselves.
Do it themselves, try to save some money, and it didn't work out.
Okay, let's look at something else. I could have brought a picture of my deck in. Okay, go on.
This is water problems that get into a structure, and it just starts rotting away the structure, and it's not structurally supportive anymore. So again, you got to take it apart and rebuild it.
And when you're having that done, you want somebody reputable.
You need somebody reputable.
Okay, let's take a look at the next picture that we have. Is that the last one? Oh, there we go.
Oh, this is the electrical. This is electrical, and people love to do their own.
You can't do your own. That's against the law.
You can't do your own electrical work.
Yeah.
Because it ends up looking like this. There's a lot of problems with this electrical.
You could start a fire.
You could start a fire.
Don't do your own electrical work if you're not qualified.
You could electrocute yourself.
Yeah.
Hire a licensed electrician. Hire a professional to do your work.
Yeah. Don't buy a do-it-yourself book.
Don't buy a do-it-yourself.
Electrical
well,
work for dummies or something.
You can do some work yourself. There are do-it-yourself projects, but if you've never picked up a power saw, don't expect to be able to build your own deck.
Exactly.
And
okay. So it's renomark.ca. You can go on there. It's a database of reliable and reputable contractors, including David Males. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for popping by.
Thank you for having me on here.
All right, we're going to head into you, Kev.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. A check of your traffic and weather together for you right now. Here's Eva.
And we're going to take a look right